We have a tweet from Yu Darvish that he just put out.
Okay.
Last Wednesday, I underwent elbow surgery performed by Dr. Meister. I will not be able to pitch in games during the 2026 season. I will work hard on my rehabilitation to be able to throw a ball comfortably again. Last Wednesday, I had surgery done to repair my flexor tendon. Have an internal brace attached to my UCL. I will be working hard on my rehab to be able to throw the ball comfortably again.
Is that not more or less Tommy John surgery? Yeah,
I
he's
guess it's
done for the year.
He's done. Yeah, he's 2020. Well, he said he's not going to pitch in 2026. So he ain't pitching in 2026.
Yeah,
but that doesn't. He's not retiring.
No, he's not retiring, which means that money is still. I mean, the
You're
Padres
still paying him.
The Padres will still get it back in insurance, but that's not usable funds for them.
No, it's not. We need to talk about that in a second. Let's.
We could kill the sports thread and go with that. I think let's just do that.
They even had a media release by Craig Huner. Padres pitcher Yu Darvish underwent successful ulnar collateral ligament repair surgery with an internal brace on his right elbow on Wednesday, October 29th. President of Baseball Operations A.J. Preller announced today the procedure was performed by Dr. Keith Meister in Arlington, Texas, and included flexor tendon repair.
C20 Moreno in the chat peacefully recovered. He's not dead. He had an elbow surgery. He'll be all right. He'll be good.
Is that his second one?
Yes, because I believe didn't he have Tommy John surgery at the beginning, like more towards the beginning of his career?
I thought
he
was
with
did.
The Rangers.
I thought he did. It's almost like it's so apparent now that here's the summary. Yu Darvish's medical history primarily involves recurring right elbow issues, which included Tommy John surgery in 2015.
Yeah, so that was while he was still. That was either when he was with the Rangers or had just gotten to the Cubs.
I think he was a Ranger because he was a Ranger when I was in college.
Okay, yeah, so it would have been when he was with Texas.
So this is his medical. He rehabbed a lower back issue at the end of the season in 2013. He underwent Tommy John surgery on his right elbow during spring training in 2015, which caused him to miss the entire 2015 season. In 2016, he experienced right shoulder and neck tightness during his return, leading to a brief IL stint. In 2018, he missed most of the season with the Cubs due to tricep tendonitis, which later developed into a stress reaction in his right elbow, ultimately requiring arthroscopic surgery. 2021, he was placed on the injured list with left hip inflammation. I mean, some of this stuff is just with us now. His season was cut short due to right elbow injury diagnosed as a bone spur and inflammation in 2023. 2024 was limited to 16 starts due to various injuries, including neck tightness, a groin strain, elbow inflammation, and a personal family matter, obviously. And then this past season, he began the season on the injured list due to right elbow inflammation suffered in spring training, not making his season debut until July. I mean, he pitched the entire. I mean, he's basically pitched the last 2 years for the Padres with elbow problems.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. Like, I'm going to just equate this back to me and my feelings for a second. When Jacob deGrom got picked up by the Rangers, everyone's thought was, what is the Mets rotation going to look like without Jacob deGrom? Well, the guy's been hurt for most of the last couple of years. So is it really that big of a change? You just know that he's not coming back this time. It's kind of how I feel right now. Darvish hasn't really pitched much over these last 2 seasons. So how much does this really change the Padres starting rotation, just knowing that he's not going to be back? And if anything, it's a trade-off. You've now traded Yu Darvish for Joe Musgrove because Musgrove is coming back this year. How much does this really change the Padres rotation?
Well, the thing I think a lot of people were hoping was he was going to retire. You don't have to pay him anymore.
Right.
But, like, that doesn't sound like he's going to retire. I mean, if he was going to retire, he would have, maybe, I don't know. So you're paying him now. Like he's not going to not get paid to recover and go through the entire process of everything with this medical update. It's interesting to me that was the. I mean, he was talking about the decision. So to me, the only way you get this surgery, like, and do it quickly, is not so he can go throw in the backyard with his kids. This is so he can pitch
to pitch in
at
the
a major
majors.
league level. And so he made the decision he's coming back because he went and got the surgery last Wednesday. And so now he's going to be under contract for the next 3 years. So here's the deal. You go look at the Fangraphs page for roster research and the payroll and everything like that. And they list the age of what the player's age is going to be come June of 2026. It's like the middle of the season, how old this player is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
June of 2026, the guy's going to be 39 years old. So, and here's the deal. Like Joe
He'll
Musgrove.
be 41 when he returns.
He will be probably 40 when he returns. He'll return in 2027. Because like Joe Musgrove got his surgery in October of last year, correct?
Yes.
He got in October, like 2 weeks before. I mean, you got in October too, the 28th. So Joe Musgrove got his surgery a couple of weeks before you did. Relatively the same kind of deal.
Wait. You or me? Because I had a surgery in October last year.
Okay, here we go. Joe got a surgery a couple of weeks in October prior to Darvish getting in surgery in October. And he thought he could try to come back for the playoffs. So he's going to miss the entire 2026 season. And then it'll be the whole, like, maybe he can come back for the end of the October thing, which is not going to be the case, which means he'll be ready by 2027. Because he has this entire offseason, the entire season, entire next offseason. I would imagine he's going to be doing like the pitching that Musgrove was doing at the end of last season, at the end of next season. Now, Joe's younger significantly, so maybe his body can adjust faster. But at the same time, I would expect if this is the case, that you're going to get Darvish back in 2027 when he's 40 years old. And you're going to get him when he's 40 and 41. I can't believe he decided to get the surgery at this age.
I mean,
but obviously, I mean, the situation of like how he finished, I think, might have played a factor. Maybe he didn't want to go out like that.
I mean, maybe there's also a factor where he could have gotten the surgery just for day-to-day comfort as well. Like at that age, that's probably going to hurt a little bit more than just like a normal thing. So maybe that also played a part in it.
Yeah, that could be a possibility too. But if that was the case, he would have announced his retirement. I mean, he said he wanted to throw and grip the ball again.
No, I mean, like day-to-day comfort as far as I was going to need to get this surgery anyway, so may as well do it. And if it helps me pitch again, great.
I think that would have been announced in the deal.
He's going to miss easy money in the chat. He'll miss this entire season. So he will be back whenever baseball comes back after
in 2027. Hey, well, the good news with that is it's probably going to be a shortened season, so he'll probably be fresh and ready to go by the time they're ready to go. Your 2027 rotation is going to have a fresh Joe Musgrove and a fresh Yu Darvish, and that's about it at this point in time. I can't, just at his age, it just doesn't make a lot of sense for him to get that surgery. I mean, he's under contract until he's 42.
Mm-hmm.
So is he going to be able to come back and pitch at age 40, coming off of a Tommy John surgery? I mean, they didn't say it was Tommy John surgery, but they fixed his UCL. That was news I didn't think we were going to get today.
No, we got the Padre news you wanted, just not the news that we were anticipating or hoping for.
Right. Hopefully the salary's insured.
I would have to assume there's some sort of insurance policy on it. But again, it doesn't really matter because it's not usable salary. You can't.
No, and they still have to pay the whatever.
Yeah.
It still counts towards the luxury tax. That's all that really matters. It still pays towards
the cap. It still pays for it's not usable salary. It doesn't open up $20 million or however much he's getting paid.
How many starts has he had in the last 2 years?
That's why I said
a handful.
That's why I said it's like, does it really? I mean, of course, it's big news. It's obviously big, major news that Yu Darvish is not going to be available. But as far as how the Padres build their starting rotation, does it really make a difference? Because of how little he's pitched over the last couple of years.
It does make a difference in terms of money. That's why this is significant. It's not significant in terms of like
he's
him
made
pitching
30
next year.
he's made 31 starts over the last 2 years.
Yeah, about 15 a year.
16 and 24, 15 this year. To put that into context, he made 30 starts each of his first 2 years here.
Yeah, he's not retiring early. He's just
No.
gonna keep. I mean, you don't make that decision to get surgery for one season when it might be like missed most of the year with the lockout that's ensuing, right? I mean, I think all of these had to be part of the equation. I can't imagine he would make that decision for 1 year of pitching, which is going to be a half season of pitching. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. He's locked. He's going to pitch the next. He's going to try to pitch the next 2 seasons. He's going to try to pitch till he's 40-something years old.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer? Just out of pure curiosity.
Probably.
He's tied right now. Texas and the Padres. He's got 5 years of service each.
Oh, he's a Padre.
Yeah, he would. Yeah,
he's going to have because next year's going to technically count anyway.
Yeah, if he throws one more year, if he throws one more inning as a Padre, he's going in as a Padre. If he gets elected to the
I think he's going in as a Padre regardless. Even though he had more all-star years in Texas. I mean,
Yeah, and how about that? He went 16-8 with a 3.10 ERA in 2022. He was not an all-star. The year before that, he went 8-11 through a 4.20 ERA, and he was. That was his first year here.
A lot of that is just, but the situation of guys opt out and they have to have somebody, right?
Right, I get that. But it's interesting how his 16-win year here, he was not an all-star, but the year he had a 4.22 ERA, which is his second highest of his career before last year.
Let's put it this way. Because people are worried about his contract. It goes down again in 2027. $1 million down.
Right, but the overall cap hit doesn't change though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They care about like the liquidity of the contract per year is also very important to the Padres. So it goes down. But what I'm saying is he's making $15 million in 2027.
And in 28.
Right. But what I'm saying is in 2027, and who knows, those might be all prorated. But because we don't know how the salaries are going to go with these lockouts.
And even that's going down because he was going to get a $5 million dump this year. He was going from 21 to 16 this year.
How do they calculate the AAV? Oh, that's how it was because it was restricted time. Affected the 2024 AAV. I was curious on that because like his AAV has like gone up and down multiple times since he's been a Padre before the contract. So I was curious if it might go down again. No, okay, it's back. It's just 18. So he's just going to count for 18 on the cap regardless.
Yeah, luxury tax is 18 down the board. It doesn't matter how the luxury tax hit goes by the average of the contract. It doesn't go by whether you front or backload it.
Well, I knew that. There's other stipulations that have been used that have changed the AAV in terms of like other stuff like deferred money and all this other crazy things. But what I'm going to say here in a second, we got to go to break. Like, how much is a 4 or 5 starter going to cost in 2027? I mean, think about it. Like, he's going to get $15 million in 2027. Is that worth like a 4 starter? I mean, what do we think Yu Darvish is going to be at age 40 compared to the other 40-year-olds that have continued to pitch and have done an okay job? We'll take a look at that when we come back. Yu Darvish has gotten surgery. He's got to be out for 2026. We'll have more information on that when we come back on the Braden and Frank Show.